So we're going to start this by laying on the mat. Knees bent, feet on the floor. Getting a nice strong neutral position, so curve under the lower back. And we're going to go through our breathing. So we're taking nice deep breaths in through the nose, out through a pursed lip. We're breathing in and out. So as you're taking nice deep breaths in and out, remember to keep those hips nice and level, as if you've got a torch on each hip bone that's shining up parallel to one another onto the ceiling. We're going to keep that upper body nice and relaxed. So shoulders away from the ears, chest is nice and open. Keeping the weight evenly placed through your feet. So big toe, little toe and heel. And just gently tightening in the tummy. From here, as you breathe out, I want you to tuck the pelvis under, so you're flattening your lower back into the floor. Take a deep breath in to stay. Exhale to release out to neutral. So we're tucking under to flatten, holding there. Release out to neutral. So trying to get a really nice strong flat back position. So we're really tucking under, trying to get the lower back into the floor. And we're trying to use just the pelvis and the tummy muscles to move. So try and avoid squeezing your bottom. Excuse me. The next time that your back is nice and flat, we stay there. So from here, we're going to start to tighten in the pelvic floor. So as you breathe out, you're tightening all the way in with the pelvic floor. Inhale to release. Exhale to tighten. Inhale to release. So you're thinking of the sensation of stopping a wee mid-flow. So as you're tightening in the pelvic floor, you should be feeling as though the tummy muscles are working harder and that your back is slightly flatter into the floor. We're going to half that contraction. So from here, we're tightening 50% on the pelvic floor as you exhale. Inhale to release. Tightening in. And release. And release. So we still want to keep our relaxed position through the upper body. So remember, the shoulders are away from the ears, the chest is nice and open. So if you are feeling really tense, we're just going to turn the palms up towards the ceiling. Pulling the tummy all the way down towards the spine. And keeping the weight even through your feet. So big toe, little toe and heel. We're halving one last time. So 20 to 25% tightening. So this should feel like a very gentle lifting, something that you could sustain throughout any exercise if you needed to. It's just working in the background. Still in your flat back position. So your flat back position should now feel really strong. You're using your tummy muscles and your pelvic floor to help you to stay there. We're going to bring both feet off of the floor. The legs come into tabletop. And as you breathe out, we're tapping one toe down to the mat. Inhale to lift. Swapping sides, tap down. And lift. Tapping down. And lift. Exhale down. Inhale to lift. Keeping that strong flat back position. Relaxing the shoulders. Nice deep breaths. You've got two more on each side. Last one each side. Relaxing there, hugging those knees in. From here, we're going to go onto our hands and knees to do our stretch out through our back. So take your hands underneath your shoulders, knees underneath your hips, and get that tummy nice and tightened. As you breathe out, you're going to tuck the pelvis under, so you start to curve the back. We're arching through the spine, and your head is the last thing to lift. Take a deep breath in to stay. Exhale, let your pelvis go back to your start position. We're working through the spine, piece by piece, and we lift the head. Tucking under to curve. Arching the spine. We're dropping the head. Take a deep breath in to stay. Exhale, let the pelvis come out. Work through the spine, piece by piece. And we lift the head. So we want to get lots of movement through the back. Piece by piece. So think of moving each vertebrae one by one. If you have any areas that feel really stiff or sore, just take your time as you move through them. Slow them down. As you're curving your back, and you're pulling the tummy all the way in. As we release to our start position, let those shoulders come away from the ears. You're taking 2 more here. Curving the back. Arching the spine, dropping that head. Holding there, take a deep breath in. Controlling back through the spine, piece by piece. Lifting the head one last time. Tucking under to curve. Arching the back, dropping that head. We hold. Controlling back through the spine, piece by piece. Lifting the head. Take a shell stretch back, bottom to the feet. Arms reach out in front. Coming onto your back, we're finding neutral. Take the knees bent, feet on the floor. You're still in neutral, you curve under your back. Arms rest down beside you. As you breathe out, we're going to tuck the pelvis under, so flattening the lower back into the floor. Squeezing your bottom, start to lift the hips. You're peeling away from the floor, piece by piece, to bring those hips up as high as you can go. Take a deep breath in to stay. Exhale, tuck your rib cage under, so rolling down through the spine, piece by piece. Releasing out to neutral. Tucking under to flatten. Squeeze the bottom. Start to lift. Peel away from the floor. Piece by piece to bring those hips up. We hold. Then we're controlling down through the spine. Releasing out to neutral. Make sure that you've got your knees in line with your hips, so you don't want them to be knocking in or splaying out. Nice deep breaths. Make sure you're not holding your breath at any point. We still want to get lots of movement through the back. So same as before, if any areas still feel really stiff or sore, take your time as you're peeling away. Try to get each vertebrae moving one by one. Relaxing the shoulders. Tightening through the tummy and the pelvic floor. Your weight is even through your feet. Big toe, little toe and heel. Let's take 2 more here. Tucking under to flatten. Squeeze the bottom, start to lift, peeling away. Piece by piece. Coming up high, we hold. Tucking under to control down through the spine. Releasing out. One last time. Tucking under. Squeeze the bottom. Peeling away piece by piece. Coming up nice and high. We hold. We're controlling down through the spine. Releasing out. Take a nice full body stretch. Reach the arms and the legs long and away. We're staying on our backs in neutral, so again we bend the knees. Keeping those knees in line with the hips, with that curve under your lower back. Arms are rested down beside you. We're taking a nice deep breath in to nod the head. Think chin to chest. Exhale, we're lifting the shoulders from the floor, reaching the arms nice and long. Take a deep breath in to stay. Exhale to control back down to the floor. The chin to chest. Lifting the shoulders, reaching the arms. We hold. Control back down. So you're pulling your tummy in. That is what's lifting you from the floor. Make sure that belly button's pulling down to the spine. This chin to chest position is there to help relax through your neck. So as you're lifting, you're thinking big nod of the head, then tighten the tummy to lift you up. We're reaching the arms nice and long, keeping the shoulders away from the ears. We're tightening in the pelvic floor. Breathe. We've got 2 more here, then we'll add some more movement in. Chin to chest. Lifting the shoulders, reaching the arms. We hold. Control back down. Last one. Chin to chest. Lifting the shoulders, reaching the arms. We hold. Control back down. So we're going to add a little reach in through the arms. So from here, we're still going to nod the head, chin to chest. Lift the shoulders from the floor, arms are long. You're going to lean and reach towards one ankle with the hand on the same side. So you're hinging over. Come back to the center. Control down onto your mat. Then we go the other side. Chin to chest. Lifting those shoulders, reaching the arms. Leaning over, same arm as foot. Come back to the center, down to your mat. If your neck is sore, support your head with one hand and reach with the other. Remember, it's the same arm as foot. Back to the center and down. So you would then just swap arms that support. Chin to chest, lift the shoulders and reach. Leaning over, back to the center and down. So we're still really tightening in the tummy, but now you're working down the sides of your body, through the waist. Breathe. Doesn't matter how you're breathing here, but don't hold your breath at any point. We're going to take 2 more on each side. Chin to chest, lifting those shoulders, reaching over to the center and down. Chin to chest, lift the shoulders and reach, lean over and center and down. Last one on each side. Chin to chest, lifting the shoulders and reach, lean over and center, controlling down. Last time, chin to chest, lifting up, reach over, center, control back down. From here, we're going to hug the knees to the chest, and just rock gently from side to side. If the neck is sore, then just shake your head from side to side. And from here, we're going to go onto our fronts. If you need to grab yourself a drink, then you can. So from here, we're going to take our hands mat width apart and in line with our ears. Legs are nice and long and you're looking down to the floor. We're taking a deep breath in to prepare. As you breathe out, we're going to push the nose forwards to lift the head and the chest, but keeping the forearms down. Take a deep breath in to stay. Exhale to release back down to the floor. Push the nose forwards, lift the head and the chest. We hold, control, back down. So we want to be working every muscle in the legs from the feet all the way into the bottom. If at any point those legs or feet start to cramp, just tuck the toes under like I'm doing here to help lengthen the back of the legs. Pulling the tummy all the way in. Your bottom and your tummy are working together to keep your back nice and strong. Think shoulders are down. Chest is nice and open. And breathe. We've got 2 more here, then we'll change the arms. Pushing the nose forwards, lift the head and the chest. We hold, control, back down. Last time, push the nose forwards, lift the head and the chest. We hold, control, back down. So the beginning of the movement will stay the same. We're still going to push the nose forwards, lifting the head and the chest. As you take your breath in to hold, we're going to lift the arms away. Exhale to bring everything down together. Push the nose forwards, lift the head and the chest. The arms lift, control, back down. So we're still squeezing the bottom and pulling the tummy in. Making sure you're staying nice and strong as you lift the hands away from the floor. Remember, you can tuck the toes under. We want to keep the shoulders down and the chest really open. Got 2 more here. Arms lift. Control down. This is your last one. Push the nose forwards to lift the head and the chest. The arms lift. Control back down. From here we're pushing ourselves back into a shell stretch. Your bottom goes to your feet and you're reaching your arms out in front. Then we've got our 100. If you need a drink, then grab one. We're going to be coming onto our backs. We're finding our flat back position. So really tucked under, nice and strong. We start with the legs in tabletop, with the arms reaching, palms facing the floor. If your neck is sore, leave your head resting down. If not, we'll be in a lifted position. So when we're here, we're going to do our normal beating up and down for 100 repetitions. 5 as you breathe in, 5 as you breathe out. So that will look like this. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. From there, your hands come behind your head to support, and we're going into 2 sets of 8, sitting up towards the knees, towards those legs. From there, you're then going to lengthen those legs as much as you can. Don't worry if there's a slight bend there. You're going to do 2 sets of 8, reaching up. You can support the head here if you need to, but make sure you've got that chin to chest position. Then we will relax down and hug those knees in. I'll talk you through everything so that you know what's going on. So find that really strong flat back position, tucked under, losing that gap. Bring your legs into tabletop to begin with. We're going to nod the head, lift those shoulders, arms are long and the palms are facing the floor. And we inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, and exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, and inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, and exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Tummy in, 2, 3, 4, 5, and exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, and inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, and exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Pelvic floor, 2, 3, 4, 5, and exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Halfway, 2, 3, 4, 5, and exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, and inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, and exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Tummy in, 2, 3, 4, 5, and exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. 2 more, 2, 3, 4, 5, and exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Last 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Staying there, hands behind the head. We're doing our sit-ups for 8, 7, 6, breathe, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. 8 more. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4. Tummies in. 3, 2, 1. Let those legs lengthen as much as they can. If your neck is okay, bring those arms long. Reach up for 8, 7, 6, 5. Breathe. 4, 3, 2, 1. Last set. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Relax. First, hug those knees in. Then come out into a nice full body stretch. Give those legs a little shake out if you need to. Then we're going to bring ourselves up to sitting. If you need to grab yourself a drink, then you can. As you come into a seated position, today we're going to take our legs crossed. So if this position like this is not very comfortable for you, then just keep the legs relaxed, whatever you find best for your hips. I'm going to sit up nice and tall. So I'm going to do my usual lean back. We've just changed the position of the legs. You can still sit on a cushion if you need to. Bring those arms out nice and long. And you'll find here that you're not able to lean as far back. So don't worry too much if that movement is now small. Sit tall through the body. As you breathe out, pull that tummy in. Curving the back. Start to lean away. You won't get as much movement here. Hold in there. Breathe in. As you breathe out, pull the tummy in. Reach the arms up and over. So you're reaching forwards on your mat. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, sit nice and tall. Sitting up, we go again. Curve and lean away. Nice and small. Holding there, really pulling the tummy in. You're lifting up and over, forwards on the mat. Holding that stretch. Then re-stack the spine. Sit up nice and tall. Ready to go again. Pull that tummy in, get that curve and lean away. We hold. Then to lift up and over, reaching forwards, holding that stretch. Sit up nice and tall. Doing 2 more here, then we're going to change the way the legs are crossed. Curve and lean away. Holding there. Lift up and over, stretch. Sit up tall through the spine. This is your last one on this side. Curve and lean away. Holding there. Reach up and over, forwards on the mat. Holding. Restacking. Sit tall. So all we're changing is crossing the other leg underneath and over. So this probably will feel quite weird because we always have a leg we prefer to cross in front. And you might feel that your range of movement is smaller, but we need to make sure that we move the same on both sides. So still sitting up really tall, arms long. Curve and lean away, pull that tummy in. Holding that position, take a breath in. Reach your arms up, over and forwards on your mat. Holding that stretch. Start to sit yourself up. Really tall through the spine. We're going again, you're getting those shoulders down. Curve and lean away. Holding there. Tighten more, up and over. Reset the spine. Nice and tall. Remember, you should be breathing. We're going to do 2 more here. We're going to curve and lean away. We're holding. We're lifting up and over, forwards on the mat. Reset the spine. Sitting up tall. This is the last one here. Curve and lean away. Holding. Lift up and over. Sitting up tall through the spine. From here, staying seated with the legs crossed, however you prefer, whichever leg in front. And again, sitting up nice and tall. We're going to take the arms this time chest height in line with each other, and we're going to do a twisting movement. Now, if you come to class, we usually do this one standing up right by the end. We're just going to really loosen through the spine, trying to get a little bit more movement. So sitting up really tall, you're going to take one arm out long, and this is the arm you're going to move. So you're almost going to use it as a little bit of momentum. So we're going to go twist, twist, centre. Twist, twist, centre. And I want you to take your head looking at your hands, so you know that you're moving your whole upper body as one. And it should feel like pulse, pulse, in. Pulse, pulse, in. So don't pause in that movement. In. Breathe. Twist, twist, in. Look at the hand. Push, push, in. Shoulders are down. Twist, twist, in. Twist, twist, in. Breathe. Tighten your tummy. 2 more each side. Your last one. Relax those arms. Bring those feet so that the soles of them are together. Your knees are wide. Take hold of your feet. Push your elbows into your legs. And curve yourself down towards your mat. Really push those elbows in, try and increase that stretch. From here, we're going to go onto our backs to find a flattened position. If you want a drink, grab one. So we're going to have our flat back position, really tucked under, no gap. Bring your legs into tabletop. I then want you to open your knees. So you want your toes to still be touching, for there to be a gap in the middle of your legs. I'm going to twist around so that you can see what the position looks like in my legs. So you're here. So it's a diamond shape in the middle. Okay? So it's just a normal tabletop. Open the knees, keep the toes together. So this is really going to open up through your hips. If that's uncomfortable for your hips or your knees, just come back into a normal tabletop that we've been using before. Staying here nice and relaxed in your upper body. So your head's going to stay down, your arms rest down beside you. As you breathe out, I would like you to start to straighten your legs and bring your knees together. Inhale to come back in. Exhale to reach away. Inhale to bend back to your start position. I'll turn again so that you can see the movement through my legs. So you're reaching the legs away, bring the knees back together. Bend to come back in. Reaching away. And in. Reaching away. And in. So as you're doing that movement, you want to keep your really strong flat back position. And because your head is down, your neck shouldn't be getting sore. So pull your tummy down, tighten your pelvic floor and relax your shoulders. And this movement is nice and slow and controlled. It doesn't matter if your legs aren't completely straightening. It's the straightest position that you can make. If as you're doing this, you're thinking, this is okay, this doesn't hurt that much, and as you're straightening your legs, you're going to lower them slightly towards the floor, so they're coming closer to the ground. You want to keep your flat back still. So keep them high if you struggle with the flat back. If you're feeling nice and strong, take them lower. Let's do 3 more. Got 1 more here. Relax there and hug those knees in. Good, so we're going to add a little bit more onto that movement. So you're still going to be in your flat back, nice and strong, tucked under, with the legs lifted and open up. But this time, you're going to be lifted in your upper body with your hands on your knees. If your neck is sore, take the hands behind your head for support, but still in chin to chest position. So now, as you breathe out, you're still going to reach your legs away from you, your knees are going to touch. You're going to hold, reach your arms back, then bring everything back in. So we're going to reach the legs away first, bring the arms back, bring everything in. So you can support your head between or use one arm at a time if your neck is really sore. Try and avoid dropping the head down if you can. So reach those legs out long, hold, arms reach out, bring everything back together. The legs reach away, hold, arms reach away, bring everything back down together. Let's do 2 more of these. The legs reach away, hold, arms reach behind, bring everything back together. This is your last one. Legs reach away, arms reach behind, everything back together. Relax down, hug those knees in. So we're going to do our last exercise in our flat back position. We're using the same position through the legs. So still really flat back, tucked under, losing that gap. Legs are in tabletop and they're open. Remember, if this is a painful position, you can bring the knees together. So we're now going to do a movement where the upper body stays down and you're looking to use your tummy muscles to try and lift the bottom away from the floor. It's a really tiny movement, and it doesn't matter how much you're moving as long as you can feel it in your tummy. So from here, what I want you to do is start to bring your legs in towards you and pull your tummy in. So the lift is really small. I'm going to move my arms into my tummy so you can see, and I might tighten my jumper, but you can have your arms resting beside you. So the legs come in, you tighten the tummy, and down, and down. So you're going to exhale to lift, and down. So you're getting a tiny bit of momentum through the legs, but you want to be mostly using your tummy. And down. And down. If as you're doing that, you're still not getting any movement, press very gently into the floor. And down. So it's a really small movement. Try and keep your shoulders away from your ears and really work the tummy. If your tummy is pulling in and you can feel it tightening, then you're doing it right. Let's do 4 more. Lift and down. Lift and down. Last 2. And down. And down. Relax. Well done. Take a full body stretch. Reach those arms long. We're probably going to do that exercise for the rest of the week, so hopefully you'll be able to build and strengthen that. Right, we're going to stay on our backs, but this time we're in neutral. You can bend your knees, put your feet on the floor, just making sure they're in line, your knees are in line with your hips, so don't knock them in or splay them out. And rest your arms down beside you to begin with. Take a nice deep breath in to prepare. As you exhale, squeeze your bottom, press into your feet to drive your hips up. Take a deep breath in to float the arms up towards the ceiling. Exhale to control yourself back down to the mat. Squeeze the bottom, press into the feet to lift. The arms then lift up. Everything controls down together. So you need to make sure that your hips are lifting up first, then the arms. Then bring everything down together. So you don't need to roll through. The squeeze of your bottom is what's going to drive up, holding as those arms lift. Bring everything down together. So get the weight nice and evenly placed through your feet. Big toe, little toe, heel. Pulling the tummy all the way down to your chest and your rib cage. Stay in line. This movement through your arms is just to release through your shoulders. If you want them away from the ears, you're just looking to get a little bit more movement there. It's just nice and gentle as they float to the ceiling. Tightening the pelvic floor so that as those hips lift, you're strengthening deep into the lower tummy muscles. And breathe, nice deep breaths. Really controlled here. Let's do 2 more and hold the last one lifted. Squeeze and push up, lifting those arms. Controlling down. This is your last one. Squeeze and lift. Bringing those arms up. So we're holding here, keeping the squeeze of your bottom so your hips stay high. Your arms stay reaching to the ceiling, and what you're going to do is try and reach those arms further up, and you'll feel your shoulder blades lift. From here, push the shoulder blades down into the floor. The head stays down, but as you reach the arms up, your shoulders will come away from the mat. Hopefully you can see that on the camera. And as you come down, you're pushing into the floor. Staying long with your arms the whole time. They shouldn't bend. Keeping those hips high. Remember to breathe. So as you lift your shoulders off, think of your shoulder blades coming as far away from each other as they possibly can. As you push your shoulders down, think of nipping them in at the back. Reaching up, pushing down. Keep squeezing that bottom. We're going to do 2 more of each. So we're reaching the arms up, keep the hips high. Pushing down, last one. Reaching up. Push the shoulders down, let the arms come down to the floor. Then relax through the hips. Take yourself into a full body stretch. Shaking the legs and the arms out. From here we go onto our fronts. So grab yourself a drink if you need to. We're coming to lie on our fronts. So from here, we're going to be nice and relaxed through the upper body. So making sure that your shoulders stay away from your ears. So you can bring your arms down beside your legs, or they can be up by your ears. It's completely up to you, as long as you can get those shoulders down and you're comfortable. So from here, we're going to do single leg kicks where you're bending through your knee. So you're going to do 2 kicks up on a pulse and then control down. So we're going to go kick, pulse, down, swap sides. Kick, pulse, down. So you're coming 1 full kick, a halfway back, just have a little rebound to come down. Kick, pulse, down. Push, push, down. We want to squeeze the bottom, squeeze, squeeze, down. Push, push, down. Now I have had people in the past who said that this gives them a little bit of knee pain. If that is you, then don't make that kick, that bend, as close to the bottom. So you can keep it smaller if you know that you suffer from tight knees, but use the full range of movement that you have available, pain-free. Breathe, down, down, tighten your tummy, kick, kick, down. So just getting a little bit of movement through the knee, releasing. 2 more on each side, kick, kick, down, kick, kick, down. Last one each side, kick, kick, down, kick, kick, down. Okay, we're going to make that a little bit more difficult. So from here, bring your hands so that they're in line with your ears, and then bring them a little bit narrower. So think of them being about in line with your shoulders, and lift the upper body. So you've got your forearms on the floor, but you're in quite a narrow position compared to what we usually would do. And you're doing the same kick, but now you're lifted. So you want to make sure you're squeezing your bottom and tightening your tummy. Kick, pulse, down. Kick, pulse, down. You might notice, if you do suffer from a little bit of knee pain, with the upper body lifted, that has gone. So make sure your tummy's really pulled in, your shoulders are away from your ears, you're breathing. Kick, pulse, down. Kick, pulse, down. 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 So we're just doing a little bit of accessory work. 1 more each side. Now I'm going to confuse you all. I'm going to make you lift, if you can, higher. If not, stay here. But if you're able to lift higher, you're just going to elevate yourself a little bit more. But we're going to also change the kick. So if you are still on your forearms, the exercise is still developing. So from here, you're still going to go kick, pulse, down, but you're going to go point, flex, down. Point, flex, down. So still that pulse, kick, pulse, down, but your pulse is flexed. Kick, pulse, down. If I'm really confusing you, then stay with pointed feet. Kick, pulse, down. breathe. Just same as on your forearms, you've got to flex, point, flex, down, point, flex, down. Squeeze your bottom, tighten your tummy. One more each side. Kick, flex, down, kick, flex, down. Relax down, push yourself back. Doing your shell stretch, bottom to the feet, reaching those arms forwards, and just creep the fingertips forwards. Drop the head if you can. And then we're going to be on our hands and knees. So bring those hands under your shoulders, knees under your hips. We're going to do our length exercise, which we didn't do at all, I don't think, last week. So from here, with the tummy already nice and tightened, you're going to take opposite arm and leg, nice and long, and we lift. Take a deep breath in to stay. Exhale to come back down, swapping sides. Reach long and lift. We hold, control, back down. So we want to make a nice long line from the tips of the fingers to the ends of the toes. It doesn't matter how high or low your arm and your leg are moving. What we want is the length to straighten as much as you can through your knee and your elbow. Making sure that you're pulling the tummy all the way in to help keep that long line through your back and maintain your balance. Bringing your hands underneath your shoulders will also help with your balance. We're going to do 2 more on each side, then add some more movement in. Reaching long and lift. We hold, control, back down, reaching long and lift. Hold, control, back down. One more time on each side, reaching long and lift. We hold, control, back down. Last time, long and lift. Holding, control, back down. So from here, I'm still going to reach nice and long and lift. Keeping that leg long, you're pushing up, 2, 3, 4. Control, back down. Swapping sides, reach long and lift. The leg goes up, 2, 3, 4. Control, back down. Up, 2, 3, 4. Control, back down. So you're still using your tummy muscles to keep you nice and balanced, to keep the spine long. Remember, hands underneath the shoulders. The lift of your leg is through your hip. So you should still be able to keep that nice long line, straightening at your knee. Two more sets on each side. Reach long and lift. Pulse up. 2, 3, 4. Control, back down. Long. Lift. Push up. 2, 3, 4. Control, back down. One more on each side. Long. Lift. Push up. 2, 3, 4. Back down. Last time. Long. Lift. Push up. 2, 3, 4. Control down, relax. Roll through the wrists. Staying on the hands and the knees. This time, our toes tuck under. So doing our knee lifts. If your wrists are really sore, drop yourself down to your forearms. Give them a rest. From here, as you breathe out, you're going to pull the tummy all the way in. Press into the hands and the feet, the knees lift. Just an inch or so from the floor. Inhale down. Exhale to lift. Inhale down. If you're on your forearms, you're just a little bit lower. Same movement. Lifting up and down. Lifting up and down. Lifting up and down. Keeping the back nice and long. Making sure that you're looking towards the end of your mat. So don't drop your head. You'll add lots of tension to the neck. Here's 4 more. Lift up and down. Lifting up and down. 2 more. Lifting up and down. Lifting up and down. Relax. Roll through those wrists. Good, we're going into our planks. Bring your upper body to the front of your mat. We're going to continue with our work on our press-ups. I just think it's really good for us to build up a little bit more upper body strength. So again, you can drop onto your forearms, but obviously there's no press-ups. So then you just hold your plank. And if your wrists are really sore, then come into that position to give them a rest. If not, on long arms, we're going to step 1 foot back behind us. The weight is in the toes. The other leg comes out to meet it. Find your strong plank position. Once you're there, we're going to bend the elbows, straighten them, and put the knees down. When you're ready, we go again. Step 1 leg back, then the other. Find your plank position. Bend, straighten, pop those knees down. So there's no rush here. You can take your time. Make sure that as you come into your plank, you're squeezing your bottom, pulling your tummy in. Bend, straighten, knees come down. Your body's only going to move the amount that your elbows bend. So as you're coming into that press up, don't let your hips drop. They shouldn't move. Everything moves as one. Even if that bend is tiny, just only allow the body to move that much. You've got 2 more. Step back, plank. Bend, straighten, knees down. Last one. Step back, plank. Bend, straighten, knees come down. Relax there, roll through those wrists. Control that breathing. Okay, from there you can either come to kneeling or standing. We're going to start to roll those shoulders back. And forwards. Good, we're going to bring those arms up nice and long to the sides. We're going to lift up, reaching, and we're stretching over. Come back to the centre. We're going to lift ourselves up, reach, and come over. Got 1 more of those on each side. We're lifting up, stretching over, back to the centre. Last time, lift up, stretching over, and relax. And that is the end of today's class.